Hey guys, what is up? It is No Help and welcome back to another video today. So today I'm going to be showing you my POH layout and how to make it the most efficient for you that you possibly can. Okay, so first of all, we're just going to teleport over to my house and basically show you guys around and how you can set up your house to look similar to mine. Now, the first thing you want to do when you get to your house or get your first house, right, is head over to the construction house settings. And you want to put on the doors to automatically be open so that whenever you come in your house, they will open. So for example, if I have them closed, when I do enter my house, basically they'll all be closed and it will be fairly annoying to get anywhere, right? So you want to make sure that they are always set on open. And basically then whenever you enter your house, you can run freely through all of the rooms. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is your house location, because that does matter quite a bit. Now, you can change this as much as you want for a small fee. Now, to do this, simply head over to any real estate agent in the game and click to relocate your house. So as you can see, the options are Remington, Taverley, Polnavich, Hosidius, Relica, Aldrin, Brimhaven, Gennell, and Prifddinas. And you basically want to set it to where you will be using it the most. I personally have it on Hosidius. It's just easier for me to do my farming runs this way. And when you do get 99 construction, you can teleport to all of these freely, but your house location is quite important for whatever you're doing in game at the time. So you can choose it and switch it whenever you want. However, when you do get 99 construction, you can teleport freely to all of the house portals in the game, which makes getting around the game quite easy. However, you can't actually enter them, so as you can see, if I try and enter this, it'll say my house is in Hosidius. Okay, so we're going to take a quick look at the actual house viewer, so ignore these kind of side rooms. These were used for actually leveling construction. You need the bedrooms and stuff like that, but the main area right here is this 3x3. I've got a couple other rooms that don't matter as much, but of course you're going to start with the garden room, right? And then it kind of depends where you spawn in. So whenever I come to my house, I'm on this side of the house, which that'll be very important later. But pretty much north of the garden, I have the achievement gallery room. To the east, I've got the Mirage basically for all of the pets. And then to the south, Portal Nexus, and then to the west, I've got the Superior Garden. Now, that's the main rooms that you're going to be walking through all of the time. The other rooms I do have is the costume room, which is amazing for storage. I'll show you guys that in a bit. We also have a workshop, which is nice for making certain things around the game, such as clockworks and birdhouses. We have a study for making teleport tablets. We have the hall, which is used for certain things. I use it for the mythical cape personally. And then we've got some other various rooms in here that I still haven't removed, but they do come in handy from time to time. But this is the layout that I pretty much have. Now, one of the main things you always are using in your house is your rejuvenation pool, and you want to have it closest to when you teleport in as possible. So as you can see, whenever I teleport to my house, I will be on this western side of the portal. So it makes it a little easier to just sip the pool whenever I first come into my house. So that's something to keep in mind when building your POH. So as you can see, this is my first room right here. Nothing special at all. We've got this magical pumpkin, which I don't really know. It was from one of the Halloween events, and I just haven't removed it yet. But yeah, on this side, very important to have the rejuvenation pool. That'll bring us into the Superior Garden room right here, where I have the theme on it, the top rejuvenation pool, which does come in extremely handy. And of course, we have the tree, the spiritual fairy tree. Now, this thing is very nice. It will allow you to use the spirit tree right from your house and also the fairy rings. So you can actually set up a last destination with the fairy rings, and also you can configure the tree whenever you want to just go wherever. It is very nice to use and will help you getting around the game. I use this every single day for my farming runs, and also when certain quests come out, or if I just need to get to very odd and weird locations in the game, this is extremely useful. Now, some people only have the fairy rings. I would really recommend pushing for the higher construction level and getting the fairy ring and the tree at the exact same time, because I use this every day to do my farm runs. Now, to the north of when I first come in my house, we've got the achievement gallery area right here. Now, this room is also very useful. And we first of all have the jewelry box, which this thing will allow you to use all of the jewelry teleports in the game and teleport to all these locations unlimited time. So this will save a lot of money, and also if you are an Ironman, will save you so many resources getting these materials. Now, it's weird because you actually use a lot of these locations more than you would think, and when you do build the jewelry box, you don't have to feel bad about wasting charges, right? So I use the glory quite a bit, the skills necklace, even the ring of wealth is very handy, and of course the ring of dueling, and the other ones do come in handy as well. And then you also have an option for the last area that you teleported to, so you can just quickly get there. Next, of course, I have the occult altar, and depending on my slayer task or which skilling method I do, I can quickly come into my house and change the spell book unlimited amount of time. So I can go right back to the standard, or say maybe I want to do a farm run, I can switch over to lunar, and then if I'm doing raids or whatever, I can go back to the Arceus spellbook. Very nice to have this in your house, because getting to the altars in the main game does take quite a bit of time, and you can also switch your spellbook with the magic cape, but only up to 5 times per day. So having this is definitely handy. Now, also, you can hang up a cape. I've seen a lot of people put, say, a max cape there, or maybe a cape they're really proud of, like a rune crafting cape, or maybe a slayer cape. But this actually has functionality as well. Basically, I have my crafting cape up here, right, and I can use the perk with it. So say for example I forget to bring a max cape or a random teleport out, I know I could simply use like the jewelry box to get quickly to a bank, right, but I can use this and teleport right over to the crafting guild, which is right by a bank, right? So if I ever forget something, I can head right back to a bank, which makes this very easy. Now, of course I have this on my max cape too, but I don't always have my max cape with me, so it is very handy to have that if I ever need to get to a bank super quick. Also in this room, I have a quest list, which all this really does is show that you've completed the quests in the game. It's just kind of more cosmetic than anything like that. And then we have the jar display, which you can switch between all the certain jars that you've collected throughout the game and display them. I recently got the Araxor one, so that's why it is in there like that. So north of this room right here, I've got the combat dummy. I used to not have this room, but basically you can see what your max hit will be in any type of gear. Kind of handy. You can also upgrade it to be like a slayer version. I just haven't really gotten around to it yet, but didn't really know where else to put this room, and I'm going to be organizing the house sometime this year as well, but that's all I have in this northern room. Okay, so down south of the portal, another very easy room to get to. I just have to walk down this way whenever I come into the house. Another room that I use all of the time. I've seen other people put the portal nexus up and maybe this room down that way. It really just works out to how you play the game and the layout that you want. But you do want these rooms like very easy access to get to, just because you're going to be using the most. Now, obviously, the portal nexus, you can get unlimited amounts of any spell that you want in the game. You just have to bring runes over to it and put them in. I believe it is 1,000 charges of, say, the Lumbridge home teleport to get unlimited access to it in the portal nexus, and these are very quick teleports. So for example, I want to go to Varrock. All I have to do is click this and it's basically an instant teleport there. It is extremely useful for everything in the game, and yeah, as you can see, it's very easy to get back to whenever you want, and you can can put so many different teleports in here, some strange ones too from other spell books. You know what I mean? It's like the Catherby teleport, the Barrows teleport. Makes getting around the game extremely easy. And of course, you can set one at the very top here. As you can see, I have the Great Koran Castle, so I can just quickly left click this and instantly be at the Catacombs of Koran for my tasks. Also in my Portal Nexus room, I have the Dig Site Pendant and also the Xerix Talisman hung up on the wall, and these give the charges for them as well. So I have my teleports over to anywhere I want pretty much in the Talisman that I can go to, right? And I have it set right now for basically just going to the Chambers of Xeric whenever I want to do raids. And you also can do the same thing with the Dig Site Pendant. You can go wherever you want on the Dig Site Pendant and set it to whatever you want to go all the time. Now I just pretty much would rub this, go right over to here, and I can start doing birdhouse runs, seaweed runs, get to the Fossil Island Wyverns, whatever I want to do. And it's just a very easy teleport to get there for whenever I need it. So again, another thing that I pretty much use every single day. Now, I might actually change this eastern room right here. This is basically where I store all of the pets in the game. Now, I could put something more useful here, obviously, but I like to see the pets whenever I come into the house. That's why I have it here, and you just put all the pets that you get in, and they kind of wander around the house. So, yeah, not the most useful room, just more of a storage thing than rather than anything else. But I don't know, I like it sort of when I first come into the house, but I will probably move it maybe sometime this year. Now to the north of that room, all I have is the Clockmaker's Bench. This was used to make the clockwork so I can do birdhouse runs. Again, another room I can either remove or get rid of. It also has the tools, so if I ever forget anything, I could just come here and simply take like a saw or a hammer or even some other tools like the farming tools or whatever I can grab from the house really quickly if need be. Also, to the very south of this room, I have the maxed lectern. Now this is cool for making teleports around the game. If you want to have the one-click teleports, these you can actually make a good amount of money from. If you're a main account, all you have to do is bring certain runes with some soft clay, and you will be able to make the teleport tablets around the game. I don't use this too much anymore. I used to use it a lot back in the day, especially like Bones to Peaches and stuff like that, but this does come in handy from time to time, and this was a little bit expensive to get the full version, so I haven't destroyed it yet. But yeah, it's nice that it just sits there and kind of that's one little book in that room. So that was the main ones pretty much knocked out of the way. Other than that, I've got this area right here, which I just have like a poster hung up, and then the Mythical Cape, which is a nice teleport to get over to the Mythical Guild where I cook and bank quite a lot. So that's again a one-click teleport over to there. In this room right here, all I have is some like achievement type things. I've got the mounted harpoon fish. We also have the Vorkath head. They recently made an update where you can change these over. So for example, I could put the Hydra head here and display Hydras, or even say the KQ head, you know what I mean? It is kind of a cool thing that you can actually switch between the ones that you've unlocked now. And you can do the exact same thing with the fish if you've, you know, got more than the one like I have. But very cool, just more of like a display showcase rather than anything else. And then I have this, which is a lower level portal room before you get the Portal Nexus, which I have some random teleports in here, but I've added them actually on the Portal Nexus, so I don't need this room at all. But again, this is what you would make at a lower level if you want to get somewhere really quickly. All you have to do is enter here, and you know, if I ever need to come to Canopus, it's a very easy way to do so. Now, just north of my Superior Garden is where I store everything that I don't want to put in my bank. So first of all, right here, we have a toy box. The toy box is good for storing all those junk holiday items, you know, like we have like the black party hat, stuff that you don't really want to get rid of, but you don't want it in your bank. You know, it's just a weird thing, right? So all of the holiday events from wow, all the way from 2003 all the way to now, we've got stored up in there. And whenever a new event comes out, you can just deposit it. Like, as you can see, we just got that carrot suit, and it is stored in the toy box. We also have a cape rack, which I have all of my 99 capes that I don't want in the bank. And you can store some other capes here, like wilderness capes, different raids capes, stuff like that. You can actually, you know, save quite a bit of bank space by storing all of your capes in here. I think it would be cool if they showed the capes, you know what I mean, similar to the cape mount over here, but at the end of the day, it does save some bank space. We have the fancy dress box here as well, which this, all it does is store the random event items. As you can see, I should probably do some more random events because I always just dismiss them. We have the magical wardrobe right here too, which stores a lot of different types of gear in the game. Like, you can even store like the saw, the ancestral robes, different random quest things too, like the ghostly outfit, very cool, all the different graceful sets. Yeah, so you can store a lot of the more skilling supplies in here that you don't want clogging up your bank. And then we have an armor case here too, which is more for other different ones like questing rewards, different skilling outfits, right? They could almost maybe combine those two together, but yeah, I don't know. Different ones for mini games too, like the fighter torso. I could probably actually put that in here because I have the bandage chest plate now, right? We got the prospector kit, the golden version of it, all the different leagues kits. Like, for example, the Shazian armor right here, right? If you were to store the set 1 all the way to the set 5 in the bank, right? That'd be 25 bank spaces, right? But you could just store it in here, right? This is also a very good item for Ultimate Ironman that do not have access to a bank. They can store all of these items in here, and it just makes it quite a bit easier. And then, of course, we've got the treasure chest, which has all of the clue scroll rewards. You can just swap between the tiers, so we can go to the, say, hard, for example, and all my hard clue scroll rewards that I don't want in the bank can be stored in here because some of them are rare, right? Maybe we could elk these, but, you know, it's at the end of the day, you can't just get them back. So instead of elking them, I put them in here to basically collect dust. Well, yeah, this is my POH. It definitely could use some improvement, but it really works out good for me for doing my farming runs, for questing, you know, for all of my Slayer tasks, right? If I'm damaged, poisoned, just come sip here, you know, right back to the bank or right back to wherever I need to go. You know, some bosses, you may need to use a fairy ring. Some you might have to quickly go back to a bank. It is just very, very nice. Whenever I do a clue scroll, dump all the rewards into here. If I need to do a birdhouse run, right? If I need to go to the raids, it's just very nice, and it's probably one of the best investments you can make on your account to get it to at least have the rooms that are very useful for you. It's definitely saved quite a bit of time throughout the game, especially just getting around. Inventory management is so annoying, having to bring runes with you everywhere. The house does help out a ton and is definitely worth the money to invest in. But yeah, let me know down in the comments if you guys like the POH and if there's any upgrades that you guys think I should make to the house. But this is my efficient player-owned house guide for 2025. I haven't made one of these in quite a while, so I thought I'd make an updated version. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video today. I will catch you in the next one. See ya later.